Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday here at the Damage Report. Full damage report coming up soon. We've got some garbage. I have small, petty garbage. Little racist garbage is what I have coming up for you on the show. We also are going to be doing sort of a special thing. During our first social break, we are going to be doing a brief The Young Turks art show. We received some awesome posters from a fan. We want to show them off. So we're going to be doing that in the first. I did not see the new Ahsoka trailer. I do need to. I just caught up on Mandalorian yesterday, actually. It's been very busy. That's probably why I'm out of breath and incredibly hungry right now. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We've got some actual news to talk about. And then if we get to 1,000 likes, we'll be talking about something that is definitely not news. I'm going to be responding to what Donald Trump told the police when he was arrested was his height, his occupation, and his weight. Because I have thoughts. I'm not sure that he was being honest, would be my guess. So that's if we get to 1,000 likes, but don't sweat it. We got other news before that. So first of all, Laurel P's been here for 17 months, as I hope all the dragons are doing well. I do too. Thank you for being here, and thank you. I hope all of you are doing well as we cruise towards the weekend. I meant to mention this yesterday, and I didn't get to it, so I just want to start with this. Yesterday on The View, or actually, I guess this would have been late Wednesday, Joy Behar says that the Republican Party will never again win a national election. It's the beginning of the end of the GOP. They were responding to the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. And I just want to know really fast what you think about that, about the claim that they cannot win. Like, I'll say a more limited version of what she's saying. National popular vote. That there will not be, in our lifetime, a Republican who actually legitimately gets more votes in a national election than the Democrat. What do you think about that? Janet, how's it going, Janet? 24 months as Yay hit 2 years in this incredible community, and I'm grateful for the Dragon Squad. Love you all. Well, thank you for being here, Janet. It's great to have you here for 2 full years. Look, I think that there are definitely things they could do to change that. They could put aside the anti-woke stuff that isn't winning people over. They could begin to pretend again like they acknowledge the actual problems that are facing people. Like, at least the Democrats sometimes pretend briefly in the run-up to elections. Also, if Trump goes away, then I guess all bets are off. Like, anything is possible. It is I think the most likely path forward is that a bunch of Republicans for the rest of our life try to be the next Trump, and it's going to suck. But it will also suck for them electorally. Oh, thank you. I do like this shirt. The Golden Dragon, the Dragon of Wisdom. By the way, I decided that if and when I am actually brought into the WWE, I'm going to launch a faction where each of the members of the faction has a different dragon avatar, stressing a different component of their personality. Maybe I'll be the Golden Dragon. But anyway, yeah, it's a bold prediction. They have very, very rarely won the popular vote in the last, 30 years? I mean, it was 2004. That is a long span of not being able to win over the people. Now, of course, the system is set up so that they don't necessarily have to still remain in power. I mean, look at that. They have won one fucking popular vote in most of your lifetimes, and they have a supermajority in the Supreme Court. That's fucking amazing. Anyway, Michael, shut up, May Money. Michael Regina says, shout out to most of Quebec. Without power due to an ice storm 2 days and counting, I did not know that. That's devastating. You know Trump has something on Lindsey Graham? I have no idea. Lindsey Graham maybe just wants to still be a part of the Republican Party, and this is the way that he can make that happen. We do have breaking media news, everyone. So this is according to Mediaite. Scoop, Sean Spicer is exiting Newsmax, and I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know what to say because who cares? It's a fucking difference. My follow-up question. Sean Spicer was with Newsmax? I guess. Ridiculous fucking news. No, Sean! What's he gonna do? I only hope that he can put together a Substack. Maybe that can hold him over until his next high-profile media position. Anyway. Okay. How much time? It's 9:36. Okay. Let's talk about something important going on. You're probably not going to hear about this at the national level. And again, we'll see if we get to the 1,000 likes. U.S. Department of Labor has done an investigation, and they have found that some LAs, this is where I'm at, Los Angeles garment workers are paid as little as $1.58 per hour. And this is the result for a number of different reasons. One of them being that, although it is not supposed to be legal for this to happen, there are workers who are being paid basically by the garment that they finish. And so it works out to this amount, considering how long it can take to do this type of work. By the way, you're going to be shocked to find out that not just in LA, but in LA, the industry is largely made up of workers who are women, immigrants, and people of color, being paid on some, not everyone, not the average, but some, $1.58 per hour. And you're probably thinking, how do you survive on that? And my response to that is, I have no fucking idea. I don't know how you would survive literally in the cheapest cost of living area of America on that. And LA is very much not that. Yeah, is that even competitive with sweatshops? I don't know. Ricky, I have not seen that movie yet. My wife and I have not been to the movies in a bit. I would like to see it, though. Reiki Dragon, member for 23 months, says Sean is once again returning to the bushes, Homer style. I think that's his natural habitat. Andy Q, member for 1 month. Hey, finished a month. Good to have you for that month, Andy. Says, happy birthday, John. I missed the meme of every day being your birthday. Don't say it. That's in the past. We're not doing it again. Anyway, good that the U.S. Department of Labor still technically exists and can look into this. Hopefully, they're able to stop that from happening. By the way, so that's the most extreme version of this. They looked at 50 different garment manufacturers in the general LA area, and they found that 80% of them were breaking wage and hour laws. So this is not a case of a few bad apples. This is the status quo for an entire industry. No, everyone, stop it. Stop it. Okay, we've got a few minutes left. Can I show this video of Ellie Mistal? I believe I can. We're still waiting to find out if we're going to get to the 1,000 likes. We'll see. I mean, there's more than enough people in the stream. We'll just have to find out if they actually press the button. Okay, let me make sure that we don't hear this ad. Oh, I know what we can talk about for a bit. So Ron DeSantis is apparently escalating his feud with Disney, saying, buckle up. We're not going to let them win. So they're looking at all this stuff, including new taxes on hotels to affect Disney, road tolls to the roads leading to Disney. And I have a question, and I know that this is a weird question because the only thing that all of this is supposed to be about is like turning a corporation versus a politician, a completely nonsensical non-disagreement, into fodder for a political campaign. My question would be, what does this have to do with the fucking people of Florida? And I know that there are probably many Floridians who are like, yeah, you know this major company that has like tons of jobs here and produces a lot of the economic product of our state? Fuck them, because I think, did they say something negative about don't say gay? Like briefly, I don't remember what or in what context. It's like a very brief opposition to the bill, which still became law anyway. So I think we should kill that company. I think. How's this even fucking legal? This obvious crusade against a single, not an industry, one corporation being targeted by one petty, childish politician for his own personal political gain. Why is anyone abiding by this shit? Florida has actual fucking problems. We can't go a day on the national stage without hearing about Florida's actual fucking problems. I don't think it's the lack of toll roads leading to Epcot. The last time I did this, sent in a super chat saying, did you notice how the police officer let the door hit Donnie in the face at the court? Play the clip. I heard that. I did not see it. I basted in the arraignment news for long enough. We have one follow-up, which we're going to get to later on in the show. Don't worry about that. Starman DX says, John, do you think the meatball cares if it's legal? Yeah, look, I don't want to give any credit to Donald Trump, obviously, and I'm going to be viciously attacking him if we get 78 more likes. Probably unfairly attacking him. But when DeSantis does something like this, don't you immediately want to call him a meatball? Why does it seem like a meatball thing to do? It's not about meat. It's not about spheres. And yet, it does seem like you want to just get in his face and call him a meatball. Why didn't he stick with that? Why did Trump go back to de sanctimonious? It is so objectively worse than Meatball Ron. Or Dungball. I'll take either. Anyway, okay, so we just cruised past 1,000 likes, and we have a few minutes, so I need to respond to this. And I want to be very clear. It is the lies and the psychology that bothers me here. So here's the news. And why is this news? I don't know. Mediaite's an amazing place sometimes. They're exclusive. What Trump told cops about his weight, height, and occupation. So when you get arrested, and can I take this opportunity to remind you all that Trump was arrested this week? Historic. Historic. They hauled his ass in, and we're going to see what happens. But anyway, when that happens, you do have to provide this information. And so a source familiar with Trump's arrest said this. First of all, I'm going to start with the least amazing, and that is his occupation. He identified his profession as business person. That's what you're going with? Look, I'm not saying that it's not technically accurate. I mean, I would say failed business person, poor business person, con artist / business person, but you're not going to mention like former president or whatever, or presidential candidate, which is obviously what your business is about. Unemployed, largely, I think could be good. He's a Rocky Mountain oyster. Yeah, you can't put that on the paper. So anyway, that's what he put. Then, for height, he said that he was 6'2". And I'm honestly kind of shocked by that. So, supposedly, based on all the information that we have, yeah, he didn't say businessman. He said business person. Go woke, go broke, is what I say to Donald Trump. He said that he was 6'2". People believe that he's 6'3", or at least he was 6'3". Because remember, when he made the t-shirt with his mugshot, the fake mugshot, he was listed as 6'5", which he obviously is not. Is he shrinking? Is it possible that Trump is being honest? Because you would expect that as a person cruises through their 70s, they're going to lose some height. So if they were 6'3", maybe they're a little bit shorter. I probably have lost a little bit, and I'm not nearly as old as Donald Trump. Or is it a tactic? Is it something to do with trying to make the last thing that he logged to them seem more plausible? And so we're going to evaluate that, but you need to know first what it was. He did list his weight as 240 pounds. Now, I want to be very clear to you. I don't think that even someone as objectionable as Trump should be attacked for their weight because, and most people seem to forget this, when you do that, you attack not terrible people for their weight too. You normalize attacking people for their weight. So I'm not interested in doing that. There are only about 999 things about Trump that I hate more than his weight. That said, I do like reality. He listed himself as 240. So for 240 and 6'2", okay? For context, in the interest of radical transparency, I am between 6 feet and 6'1". That is my height. I'll eventually get down to just 6, almost certainly. And as of this morning, according to him, I weighed 8 pounds less than Donald Trump. Now, granted, body composition can be a son of a bitch, I guess, but I'm not buying it. I'm not thinking that's what it is. Well, Jessica Burbank is actually 6'4". With high heels, she gets to 6'6", 6'7". It depends, but she's normally 6'4". But anyway, I'm not buying it. And here's the thing. It isn't just that it's untrue. And the fact that it's untrue, let's get this out of the way. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, it's not like he becomes more a criminal or whatever. But why does everybody have to lie about every fucking thing? It is not difficult to tell the truth. I hope that I just demonstrated that. Say that you're 6'3", which people think that you are, or maybe you're 6'2" now, and you're, I don't know, 270. I'm going to guess something like that. By the way, if you're not going to try to make yourself into some sort of stereotypical, like, Arnold Schwarzeneggerian, like, Adonis or something to sell the image of the Ubermensch, then why not present yourself as the everyman? If he's 6'3" and he's 270, do you know what he's like? Well, he's taller than the average. But he's similar to many of the people who supported, is he not? Lots of people are 230, 240, 250, 260, 280 in America. America is heavier than it used to be. Donald Trump has never been like his fans, okay? He's pretty ignorant, he's hateful, he's racist, he's homophobic and a misogynist, and he likes the idea of sexual assault. Okay, so there are some crossovers with his biggest fans. But in terms of, like, who he is on a daily basis, his life is not like them. Trump had an opportunity to be like them. There are plenty of people, conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican, who are 250 plus pounds. They had a chance at actual representation. He could even use that. Put it into his campaign. But instead he has to lie. Like, they all have to fucking lie. They're all George Santos, by the way. This is less elaborate than claiming that you were a volleyball star, but it's also for the same fucking purpose as claiming you're a volleyball star. It's to make yourself seem more alpha and physical and masculine than you actually are. His lie about 240 is as difficult to swallow as George Santos being a volleyball pro. Aimster, glad to have you here for 2 months. Wahoo to you too. And by the way, again, it doesn't fucking matter. Politicians' weight is the least important characteristic of them. But he just cannot miss an opportunity to fucking lie to all of us. Anyway, thank you all for being here for this stream. Glad to have you here for the pre-pour as we finish off this big week. Reminder again, as I've been reminding you throughout the week, my new Western short story, What We Dug Up, is available at patreon.com/John Idarola. I just put the finishing touches on a sword and sorcery novella set in my Tales of Cloak and Claw universe. That's going to be coming out in the next couple of months. It's the biggest story I've written since my novel. It's inspired by, like, the Conan stories and, those sorts of things. So anyway, that's coming up soon. Brett Ehrlich is also coming up even sooner. In just 11 minutes, we're going to be throwing away our Garbage People of the Week, covering a ton of news. We're going to be starting off with, of course, the Tennessee Three. One of the most ridiculous authoritarian moves by the GOP that I've seen in some time. So we're going to be jumping into that and a lot more. But thank you, everyone, for being here, for hitting the like button. I'll see you soon.